This is Tyrone Gethers Jr., host of The Source at Inkwell, live on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. You can check out this broadcast on a number of mods. You can go to TuneIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku, and type in KUAW.org, and type in KUAW, and this broadcast will pop right up. On some of those mods, you can actually see us too as well. You can also call us in at 816-599-6893 if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to interact and donate. This broadcast is on an hour earlier because it's a special broadcast, because there's a familiar face sitting right across from me. Reintroduce yourself to everybody, sir.
I'm T.L. Williams with the Music and More Foundation. It's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome back. And not only is Mr. T.L. Williams with the Music and More Foundation, he's also a producer with KUAW as well, too.
That's
large content of our shows came from Mr. Williams.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so we're here today for a number of reasons. But if you follow Mr. Williams, you see that he has his foot in a lot of things. I like to say that T.L. Williams has his thumb on the pulse of the city, because there are a lot of things that go on that either he knows about or he's actually started. So, I mean, it's the truth.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and be modest, but I mean, let's be real here. I mean, a lot of things you actually started. But let's go ahead and get the ball rolling. There's something recent that you just put together.
Yes.
And let's go ahead and let everyone know what that is.
That's the art gallery, the outside art gallery by Santa Fe. It was voted on by the neighborhood 3 years ago. A lot of things happened, so it took 3 years. There was three things that was prominent that passed within those 3 years. That was Black History Month, Women's History Month, and now Juneteenth. So the Urban Rangers came out, installed the boards, 4 by 8 foot boards, two sides. So I didn't hire. I asked 16 local artists to come in and paint the boards. I told them, if you paint anything, let it depict black families, because of those three prominent things that went by those 3 years. And we're in Juneteenth right now. And Santa Fe is a historical black neighborhood. So the south side that's facing south, all those boards are done. And now we're working on the north-facing sides.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 local artists coming out. I got one there right now. Deontay Harris, I believe, is out there. And yeah, we're just rolling.
Wow.
News people are coming up. Every time I'm out there and the artist is out there, people pull up. They drive by, they blow their horn. They take pictures. It's just been a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually rolled by as soon as the day you got the boards installed.
Mm-hmm.
I actually rolled by, and I remember calling, and I said, yeah, man, I'm riding by the boards. And, like, you got in a prime location. You have no choice but to see it driving down the street.
That's true.
And, like, the fact that you have these boards depicting black families in a historical black neighborhood.
That's right.
That's full of black families.
That's true.
That's what we need, man.
That's what we need. That's what we need. And I went to a meeting with Santa Fe. They have their annual meeting, and I was in it. And during the middle of the meeting, I guess it was my turn to speak. So Marquita, the president of Santa Fe, she introduced me, and before I could even get started, they started clapping. So I knew everything was good. I told them what was going on. I told them my plans is to get these boards in other neighborhoods, but local artists will always paint in Santa Fe. Mm-hmm. Now the boards are go on tour in neighborhoods, but they will always paint in Santa Fe because it's a historical black neighborhood. Yeah. I won't even go as far as putting boards in vacant lots owned by land bank in the city, abandoned houses, put art on boarded up windows, things like that. Just spread art everywhere to beautify neighborhoods and the city, and get local artists paid for doing that. Yeah.
I mean, you said the key word beauty. I mean, it was beautiful, even seeing the blank boards.
Yeah.
I've actually been following the different artists on there, and
that's good.
And as I've been looking and sharing, I mean, each artist is telling their own story.
That's true.
On how they're doing their boards.
Yeah.
Vivian Blewett is one of the artists, and she One of the first ones out there.
Yes, right. Yes, she
And
was.
she had her videos, and she was showing what she was doing. Aubrey Harris.
Yep.
I remember seeing her out there, and she did like little TikTok reels on how she was putting
Yep.
everything
Yep.
together too.
Yep. Yep.
So like each artist's own separate story is really enhancing not only the validity of the project, but also the beauty and the authentic piece of the project too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. They all are bringing something different to this installation.
Right.
Yeah, which makes me happy, and the neighborhood likes it. I have neighbors walk from blocks away just to come down to see the art installation, to sit and watch the painters paint. It's just been a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed too, you've been having, first of all, those blank boards were there for a couple of days before anyone painted. No one disturbed them.
Nobody touched them.
Also, the art that's up there now, no one disturbed them.
Nope, nope,
The artist, nobody disturbed them.
nope.
That goes to show you. I mean, also, I'm gonna get real. Well, you can say political. They say that in our neighborhoods, in our communities, we can't keep things beautiful.
Yeah,
That community is protecting that art.
yeah,
I mean, it is a beautiful thing to walk by and to see the residents
yeah.
taking their pictures, like you said.
Yep.
And, I mean, not disturbing, sitting there just watching. It's like
Just watching.
like an art gallery in the
That's
making.
that's the plan.
Yeah.
That 28th and Benton is going to be an outside art gallery until they start building on it. If they build on it, until then, it's going to be an outside art gallery for painters to come and paint when new boards are installed. What else? A lot of people was asking them, how come I didn't install them in a row like a fence? Well, if I did that, you would only see one side of the board. So I turned them long ways, and a lot of people say, well, when we're driving, we got to keep turning our head to look at it. If you slow down, you can see it, or get out your car, you can see it, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's the purpose of the installation, for you to get out your car to come see it instead of driving real past real fast. And when I was in a meeting with the Santa Fe members, which I'm a member also, they brought up a lot of things. They had the police department here, and they talked about crime. They talked about speed bumps. They talked about getting the youth involved, or why aren't there a lot of youth in Santa Fe? Well, one thing, when they spoke about speed bumps, I said, well, if they speeding down Benton, within that block they're not, because the art is slowing them down, right? And if you can't find the youth to get them involved that's in Santa Fe, the art will pull them out, because the first board is Vivian Bluette Wilson's art, and it depicts children. So, and I always, in doing this meeting, I said, and it's been said before, that art saves lives, and it does. Whether you're the painter or the person viewing the art, it saves lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And you said, what are they gonna build there? Well, Mayor Quentin Lucas, you're the mayor again for another 4 years.
Yeah.
How about instead of building something there, use that land and make it an outside art gallery?
Yeah.
Do that.
That's the plan, bro.
Yeah. Give that to them. So I know you watching, Mayor Lucas, because you like this show.
Yeah, you like the show.
So, you might want to get with Mr. Williams and see what you can do about that. I mean, you talk to this brother, because he's been doing so much for this city, and now this is even bigger.
Yeah, and my hopes is, because I want to do something for the city. I want to install art all over the city, but people don't know that there is an arts commission ran by the city. We went there one time.
Yeah, we did.
And everything and anything that's built in the city, bridges, buildings, the art commission is over that. So anything that's built in the city, bridges and everything, the art commission commissions artists to paint on there. And they get, back then it was 1%. Now they get 2% of all funds, which can come up to thousands of dollars, thousands. And I'm not sure who supplies the paint, but the artist gets a lot of money. And my concern is, once I start doing this, they don't take this idea or run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's an art installation. If I am doing things for the city, the Arts Commission, that's their job, to do what I want to do. So I'm hoping that I'm able to do what I'm doing with these art installations, put them in neighborhoods to help beautify them, vacant lots, team up with Land Bank, and just beautify Kansas City, the East Side, 3rd District.
Yeah,
All
I
of that.
like. Yeah, and I like how the third. You starting off in the 3rd district, a
Yeah.
predominantly black district.
Yeah,
Because let's be real here. I mean, whenever you hear the arts, you always hear someone from the west side of truth.
true.
You know, and no disrespect to that. That's fine.
Mm-mm.
You know, no one's saying it's a problem being a white artist.
Mm-mm.
What we're saying is white artists aren't the only ones here in town.
Right.
You know, why not have a historically black area push a citywide initiative?
True.
Let's do that.
True. And a lot of people don't know that, but that's what Arts KC is doing. They did a survey saying that East Side of Truth isn't exposed to the arts. And I sat in in their committee, and after I heard this, I said that is untrue, because I do a lot of arts events, poetry, for years, and there are people that I know who are doing events, art galleries, all type of stuff east of Truth. So where they got their survey, it couldn't have been anywhere east of Truth,
Right.
because there are plenty of people doing arts events in the city. So they got straight out on that, and they're working very hard to bridge the gap between east and west. So, and I plan on doing a poetry event in their facility. So that'll help bring everybody together, hopefully.
Yeah, oh, it will. It
Yeah.
definitely will, because I know, it's like you said, there's the arts save lives.
That's right.
And also the arts bridge gaps too.
That's right. That's right.
'Cause, I mean, it's like a universal language.
Yeah.
The arts.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that people will go to artskc.com. I believe it's .com, either .org. Go on there and check out what they offer and what they're doing. If you got an event, post your event on their page, their event page. Get it out there. Their side to see it and our side to see it. Yeah, different races of people. Everybody will see it on Arts KC.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, like I said, you do a lot of amazing stuff.
I try.
Nah, man, you do. And I look and like it's like you're evolving, man. It's like you're evolving your gift. You know, when you think about philanthropy, the pure definition of philanthropy is one who gives back.
That's true.
And everything you do, you're giving back.
Yeah.
And now, this is something that's like ink, permanent.
Permanent.
You know, it's stuck in the ground. It's stuck there in this community, and this community is like, yeah, this is us.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
And then you got people on the outside of the community saying, let me come and assist.
Yeah.
So right now, this initiative, starting the 3rd in
Yep.
Santa Fe, is attracting people, I know for a fact, that don't live in that district,
That's
who's
true.
assisting to give notoriety to that neighborhood.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of people are stopping by, shaking my hand, looking at the artists paint, introducing themselves to the painters, the artists. Channel 9 is supposed to be out to interview me. I talked to the Heartland Black Chamber of Commerce. They're supposed to come out July 3rd. So there's a lot of momentum picking up because of this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. Now, you said you have someone out there right now painting.
Yeah.
So do the artists come out throughout the day and paint, or do they got to come and let you know? Or?
Well, I told them on the weekends come after 2.
Okay.
And on Tuesdays and Saturdays come anytime, because that's my off days from my actual job. Because I have a real job, an actual job. Yeah. So long as they come during those times, because I want to be able to take pictures as they're painting, and get a lot of footage and do video also to help promote what they're doing in the city.
Yeah, man, you take a lot of pictures. It'd be amazing if you took these pictures and made them like a photo book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now if now you said you got all the artists that you need. You already got all of them, right?
I called on them 3 years ago.
The artists.
When the installation was approved 3 years ago, I started asking artists.
Okay, so you already got all your artists.
All the artists, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I know I roll by and I see like a different variety of styles too. you
Yeah.
know. Of course, we all know that each artist got their own different style.
That's true.
But when you're going through, you're seeing all of these different depictions of black family
Yeah,
by these different artists, and I mean, you're seeing like an array of styles too.
that's true.
You know, it's
That's
just
true.
it's just an array of aesthetics in
Yeah,
regards
yeah.
to art.
And those who are listening, if you don't know where it is on Facebook, just go on Facebook and type in the Outside Art Gallery by Santa Fe. It'll pop up. It's a private group, because I remember you asked me to share it, and I said it's a private group. I want to make it exclusive for the people that's in this group. I think it's like 203 right now. So I'm cool with 203 or whoever that come in into the group. That way we keep it close knit. Marquita, the president of Santa Fe, she wants to have an event also. So once we get everything together, we're gonna have an event right on the site. I believe she said Combat is gonna help assist with it. So I'm hoping to get a big tent in case it's hot outside. I'm asking all the artists to come out, have bouncy houses for kids, food, all of that. Yeah,
Food trucks, all that. Yeah.
we're gonna try to do our
Yeah,
best.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know you all are, because I mean, this is something that everyone needs to get behind.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'm not sure, but I want to say this is the only outside art gallery east of Troost
yeah,
on the third district.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I would agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard of any.
I haven't heard of any.
I mean,
either.
of course, people say, "What about graffiti?" Yes, that's different, but this is an actual outside art gallery.
Yeah. And getting
Yeah.
back to graffiti, you said nobody touched the boards, right?
Nobody.
I think it's a rule not to put graffiti on anybody's art,
Right.
because I was talking to somebody and they told me that. So it's a rule that you don't put graffiti on somebody else's art. Now, if it's a whiteboard, then they will, and I'm just surprised that they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was too, because I
Yeah.
was like, I mean, the boards are still clean.
Yeah,
But
they
I'm
was-
going to show you that people have
Respect for what's happening.
Yeah, respecting their neighborhood.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And yes, black neighborhoods have people that respect their property
That's
and
true.
other people's property. That
Yeah.
does exist.
That's right.
Yeah, and I looked right in the camera and said that, because that stereotype needs to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we had a guest calling in. Okay. But if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, call 816-599-6893. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, you can give us a live comment and it'll flash right on the screen and we can read it right now. Now, we're going to put a pin in the outside art gallery.
Okay.
I want people to know some of the other projects that you do as well, too.
I work in a garden because
Right.
I like gardening and growing my own food. The Ivanhoe Community Garden, I've been there for like, I think 2 months now, helping them with their garden, growing. And every Tuesday, we do a green giveaway. All the vegetables, the cabbage, the collard greens, the mustard greens, everything, we just give it away to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Tuesday between 9 and 12 p.m.
In the Ivanhoe area.
Ivanhoe Neighborhood Garden, 3700 Woodland. Yeah, just come in between those times and that date, and we have bags for you. And we just bundle them up and give them to you. We
Yeah.
we feed the community.
Wow, man. So you feed not only people's belly, filling people's artistic values, you also feeding people's bellies too.
Yeah. I try, but not by myself. I got a
Yeah.
lot of help from a lot of people. If there wasn't no artist, there wouldn't be no outside art gallery.
Yeah, well, see, there's a catchphrase that you say, I network with the best.
That's true. I do
And-
say that.
And he does. I mean, like, I can throw out a project or something he does, and Terance will probably throw out 4 or 5 people that he works with on that initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. You know, I've definitely seen it. So now you got the outside art gallery, you got the gardening. What else you got going on?
What else? Oh, got an event coming up at the Black Archives July 28th, and another one in August. Might be August 14th. I got to look it up, but it's on Facebook. Just type in coffee house and poetry, and it should pop up in an event in the event on Facebook. I got 5 poets that's going to feature, and once those 5 poets that's featured, then it's going to become an open mic poetry session, and you're hosting it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Tyrone Gethers is hosting it.
Yeah.
DJ Missy E, your friendly neighborhood DJ, she's DJing it, so she'll be out, and it's just gonna be a wonderful time. It's in the coffee house at the Black Archives.
Yeah.
So come out, listen to some good poetry, drink some coffee, anything like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's at what time is it on that day?
Uh,
It's like 1:30 or something.
no, it's from 3 to 6, I believe.
36.
3 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, just in time. It's not late and it's not too early.
It's on a Friday, right?
It's on a Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do every fourth Fridays. I'm gonna try to do that.
Mm.
Yeah, and don't tell nobody, but I got a tab at the coffee shop.
I think you just told everybody.
Don't tell everybody. I got a small tab at the coffee shop. I ain't gonna say how many hundreds it is, but y'all come down and get a free cup of coffee and donut or something. I said donate. Y'all can donate too.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
get a donut and enjoy this good poetry.
Yes. Yes. And my Uncle John will be there.
Good, because he
Already
was here last
Oh,
time.
Uncle John was live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uncle John was it. He was it. So he will definitely be there again. I already talked to him, and we'll pick him up and make sure he comes down and hangs out too.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So your poetry, you've been doing poetry events for how long?
Since 2010, when we started at the Unicorn Theater, we outgrew that and went into the Nelson Atkins Museum. We was there for 8 years. But between that time, I produced several themes from women of poetry, men of poetry, the art of spoken word 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all this was at the Nelson Atkins Museum. And during that time, we spent 8 hours at the Missouri State Capitol, took 5 busloads of students out there from 5 different schools, all sponsored by Brandon Ellington.
Mm-hmm.
And during the 8 years, I would say over 100 poets traveled with me to the state capitol and read their original poetry.
Yeah.
We took a play out there. It was just a wonderful thing to do. And he was doing this to make Malcolm X's birthday a holiday. I believe it's still on the books. I'm hoping another state rep will pick it up. Michael Johnson, you hear me?
Richard Brown.
Richard Brown. I hope y'all pick that up
Yeah.
to make Malcolm X's birthday a holiday. And give me a call. I'll bring some poets out there. We'll do an event.
Yeah. You see, the fact that you're using poetry to get the youth involved in politics,
Mm-hmm.
to get people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you work with politicians like Brandon Ellington.
Yes.
And it's like, man, it's like you're using the arts to get people active in their communities.
Involved, yes.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you probably don't know, but how many people you inspired to vote, or how many people you inspired to run for office, or people that actually care about what's going on
Mm-hmm.
in their elections.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know you had the poetry and politics at one time.
Yeah. I think it was, we did that 2 or 3 years, me and Brandon Ellington. Poetry and politics, and he did the poetry part, and I brought in, asked a bunch of poets to come in. The last one we did, I participated, and I did a piece, and while I was doing it, I'm looking at Brandon Ellington, he just looking at me, and afterwards he was like, man, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could sing. Like, yeah, I just let other people do their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not
Yeah.
only are you.
But I do plan on bringing out that collaboration CD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me, you,
Mm.
John Lewis, who else? Seth Irving.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. 4 of us.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're going to do that collaboration. A lot of poets always they sing or have some type of intro before their pieces.
Mm.
And a lot of my pieces are short, so I'll be the intro to a lot of y'all poems.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I already been digging around.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Something I'm gonna go ahead and do. But yeah, I mean, like, that's an awesome idea because, you know, all these collaborations that you're doing is opening up doors for people to come out. Because, I
That's
mean,
true.
when I first met Terance, I mean, I've always liked writing. All right. A lot of people who know that. I mean, I started writing poetry a long time ago. Then I started really getting into fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I started writing mysteries. That's my favorite
Oh, that's
thing.
cool.
Yeah. So I got a couple of mysteries that are in a couple of curriculum
Mhm.
floating around out here. So one particular day, we always tell this story. Terance had the Music and More Foundation
He always tell this story.
down on Truth.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I see this young lady walking in.
Yeah,
I
she
said,
walked
okay,
in,
well, maybe
yeah.
that's where it is. So I follow her into the building, And Terrence comes like, excuse me?
Yeah.
And I said, whoa. I said, yeah. What's up? He said, may I help you? I
Yeah.
said, yeah. I said, I'm here for the poetry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He changed his whole stance because
Yeah.
I think I put two and two together at the time. The young lady was, with Mr. Williams.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
think he
yeah.
thought I was following.
Yeah. That was back in the days.
Yeah, never gonna forget that. And then I remember coming to KUAW because I brought in Brandon Ellington, and you was in there with him. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, you were the guy. And then, it's all history. I got introduced to the poetry scene and the poetry community through Mr. Williams.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's all full circle.
Yeah.
I almost got beat up.
No, you didn't know.
But now I'm right next to him.
That's right. We cool now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, you dang right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's always a cool story to look at and laugh at. I'm sure we'll be telling that story when we're 90, 95 years old.
Yeah.
But still looking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you thought that right of joy.
Yeah, right of joy.
Oh, yeah.
With Sherry Purpose Hall. She's going to be at the Black Archives. Look like October 11th through the 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Through Poetry for Personal Power.
Poetry for Personal Power.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the time on here, though. But y'all just Google Poetry for Personal Power.
Yes.
And on
You'll see
Facebook,
right of
and y'all
joy.
see everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and a lot of these poets that Terrence has said, not only are they, I don't want to say he works with them, but they also his friends too.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm cool with everybody.
It's like you're bridging so many gaps, with poetry. It's a beautiful thing what you're doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a brief break,
Right?
pay some bills,
Pay some bills.
and then we're gonna come back and dig into some more of the greatness that this man does here in this city.
I try.
Yeah, you do. We'll take a quick break. We're back. This is
That's right.
Tyrone Gethers Jr. on the Sources Inkwell, live on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. You can check out this broadcast a number of ways. You can go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TuneIn Radio. You can go to KUAW.org and type in KUAW, and we'll pop right up.
That's right.
On YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and Roku, and I believe Twitch as well, too, you'll be able to see us. You'll be able to see this magnificent melanin sitting right in front of you. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can hit us up at 816-599-6893 if you want to ask any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you want to donate to KUAW or the Music and More Foundation. Speaking of the Music and More Foundation, I have,
T.L. Williams in the building.
yes, the president, founder, CEO, arbitrator, head honcho, El Patron of the organization. So the first half of the show, we talked about the outside art gallery.
That's right.
And give everybody a quick recap of where it is and what it is.
It's on 28th and Benton, right on the corner. Right on the corner, it's a big open lot. I got 8 boards out there. 16 artists is coming out to paint. They come out on certain days, so you can catch them anytime out there. I think that's it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, someone's probably about there painting right now.
Somebody's there painting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back to that because that idea of the outside art gallery, like Mr. Williams was saying earlier, is probably the only outside art gallery east of Troost.
I believe so.
And we want people to know that, yes, a lot of positive things can come out of the east side of Troost. As a matter of fact, that particular district, the Santa Fe neighborhood, is in the 3rd district.
That's true.
And this district is leading this push on this beautification project as well as the outside art gallery.
That's true.
This is definitely something that the city needs to get behind.
That's true.
Now, I will say this. There is a red line in this city where there are individuals who don't want to cross a certain street
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. But art, like we said earlier, heals and it bridges gaps.
That's
I
right.
strongly recommend people to come out and check it out because the goal, you said earlier, was to get this where?
Get this installation in neighborhoods for beautification. Hook up with land bank and beautify vacant lots that are overgrown, and any vacant buildings and houses that need to be boarded up. Get art on those boards.
Yeah.
You know, beautify the area.
So a citywide push, citywide initiative.
Yeah.
Now, we're saying that. What do you see the future of a project like this?
I see it getting bigger. I see it extending past the east side. I see every neighborhood picking up on it. I see programs being created from it, maybe art classes, maybe scholarships created from it, art scholarships, workshops right on the site of 28th and Benton. Possibilities are endless when it comes to art.
Right.
So, and I heard somebody say, Terance, this is your legacy, and I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, because it's something that you're leaving behind for others to continue.
that's the truth. Yes.
Because everything you do is like you kind of pass it on to someone else.
Yeah,
Like,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I create it, it becomes successful, or get started, and then I work on something else, and whoever I put in place to run it, they run it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like, for example, you have Poetry on the Vine,
Yep.
which is now, what's it, Rhyme House?
It's Rhyme House now.
Yeah.
Different location,
Different location.
but it all stemmed from Poetry on the Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you had, what was it, the One Artist Showcase, which
Yeah.
then ended up turning into Wordplay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so it's like I said, you know, your legacy's evolving. And the good thing about it is you're actually seeing your legacy evolve right in front of you.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people they have the opportunity to be blessed to see that. It's like
Yeah.
you're seeing, it's like, typically when you hear legacy, okay, the person's gone.
Yeah.
They passed on. But you're still here, and you're seeing what you're doing.
The changes that have been made. The outside art gallery, it was approved 3 years ago, and once it was installed in June, a lot has really just happened from that. Like I said, the momentum just really picked up. People keep stopping by, taking pictures. Artists are showing up to paint. Politicians are stopping by. Everybody is stopping by just to take pictures. People are slowing down on Benton. No more speeding. So, and that's gonna last.
Yeah.
As long as those art installations, those images are right there in that neighborhood, in that vacant lot, people are gonna slow down. They won't be speeding on Benton anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not only are you giving people something to look at, but you're also getting people to sit and just take their time.
Yeah.
So you're also saving lives as well as influencing lives too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I try.
Yeah. And then you mentioned legacy as well too. Like now we all know that they say, not to be a cliche, that their children are our future. Now, we have a lot of schools out here.
That's true.
Do you see what you're doing with the Music and More Foundation, or with the art outside art gallery, or with poetry, or with music being utilized inside schools?
Yeah. With poetry, I created Poets EDU. Started years ago in Kansas at Eisenhower School. Then from there to De La Salle. We was also at Crystal Ray. And then for 8 years, we was at the Kaufman School, Ewing Marion Kaufman School. We was there for 8 years. And now we're at Raytown Middle School. And I believe it's 20 students involved or something like that. A lot of students.
Yeah, I think with Raytown Middle, we've had last year we had I would say we had 2 8th grade classrooms. No, my 7th grade classroom, the 8th grade classroom next to me.
Yeah.
I would say it was more than 20, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
We had like the whole school was buying in.
Yeah, that's a lot of students involved in an idea that I created years ago.
Yeah.
And it's growing. And from that, from Poets EDU, we took the students to Poetry in the Park.
Yeah. We had about 20 students for that.
Yep. From Poets EDU, I plan on taking them to Arts KC when I book that event there. We plan on doing a big slam for all of them. So we got that big trophy for them that travels within the school, never leaves the school.
Yep.
So each classroom can say, I won this big crystal trophy. So Poets EDU, and it teaches literacy, creative writing, public speaking. What else? You the teacher? Yeah.
Well,
and my plan was with these schools, it's always been hard to get into schools through the proper channels. I guess the school board and the principals, because I tried that. And most of them say, well, if it ain't my idea, then I won't do it. I've heard that a lot. But it's much easier, and it makes a lot of sense to go through the teacher.
Yes.
Because the teachers have the power, right?
Yeah.
To let things like that happen. So I want to thank you and a lot of the teachers that allowed me to put this program within the school and to teach these students creative writing and public speaking and literacy and things like that.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that, but I'm blessed to be a part of it. See, one thing I say with administrators, an administrator is nothing more than a teacher who forgot what it was like to be on the front line.
Dang.
You know, I'm just going to be real and say that. You know, and I say it again, an administrator is nothing more than a teacher who forgot what it's like to be on the front line. That's why, in order to reach the students, go through the teacher.
Go through the teacher. And I learned that. And from there, after the good success of Poets EDU, I took it another step and created a scholarship. It's called Poets EDU Scholarship. I went through the Metropolitan Community Foundation, which is also associated with the Metropolitan Community College. So students there who's taking up public speaking, mass media, English 101, creative writing, they have a chance to get a scholarship. And there's 2 scholarships. They each are $500 each, and that money goes toward books and materials, school materials. Any student can apply, and I think they set it up to first come, first serve.
Yeah, you know, and like what you're doing with the poetry and the scholarship, there's a new organization that's being formed right now by a local poet/writer. It's called Obsidian's Pen. And this organization has a scholarship they're utilizing for students who are in, from what I hear, students who wanted to pursue poetry. It's more like a stipend to kind of give them that push and that initiative because, you know, with artists, we like to get paid for our art.
That's true.
So pretty much this is an opportunity to give students an opportunity to be paid for their art. And from what I'm hearing, the scholarship is named after a poet who's groundbreaking in this city.
That's true.
So
that's cool.
I was only privy to that information with the caveat that I would not reveal too much. But Obsidian's Pen is coming out soon, and I think that's an organization that a lot of writers, especially writers of color, will want to get behind.
Yeah.
Because from what I'm hearing, they haven't even launched yet, and they already got paid gigs.
That's nice.
I believe that the individual that's with it, I think he's like, I think I read somewhere in the notes that he's working with the Music and More Foundation doing some, what was that? Literary consulting or something like that?
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, that got a lot going on.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but this is all because of the legacy that you set. So it's like you sparked a fire in this guy or girl or whoever started it. I wasn't supposed to say anything.
No, don't say nothing.
But you sparked it for this individual, or these individuals, to carry it on.
That's good.
So I mean, that's a beautiful thing.
I try, man.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. Now, also outside of all of that, you also did some things with KUAW too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah.
only when you know.
I was one of the original pioneers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool
Yes.
to say.
And you're still a current board member.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. He's still a current board member, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still a current board. I haven't been here for a while. But those,
I
those
was in the last one.
Yeah.
Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Every Saturday?
No, first Saturday.
First Saturday, 11
Yeah, I was
o'clock.
there.
We had a meeting.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, let's talk about the show content you had on KUAW.
I had several shows. I think about 8 shows or more. And what I would do was I would contact people who had talents in doing something or had a job in doing something, and that's the show I would create. Like, let's take Tanisha Looney. She has a real estate company. So I gave her a show called I Got the Keys, and she talked about real estate stuff. I know a guy named Frank Savory. He had a funeral home. So we created a show about funeral homes and insurance, and the importance of insurance and things like that. Gave him a show. Brandon Ellington, politician. I gave him a show, What's Real, Real Talk. So we talked about current events that was happening at state level and city level. When it comes to the arts, Sherry Purpose Hall, she was doing the Gospel of Poets. She would bring poets on her show. Busy Benton and Janelle Banks, they had a show called Casey Where You At or something like that.
That's connected to the webpage.
Yeah,
on
that was
Facebook.
connected to their Facebook page, Casey Where You At. 35,000 members in that group. So their show was doing pretty good. They talked about current events, things like that. Then Janelle Banks, local comedian, she had a show.
Yeah, local vocals.
I had local vocals with RV. So a lot of shows came from KUAW. Came from KUAW.
Yeah, that was dope.
Even what was the name of that show? Marquita, the president of Santa Fe, she had a show.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, she had a nice show. I want to bring her back. She talked about neighborhoods and what was going on in neighborhoods, and that would have been good if that show was still existing. She would talk about the art gallery. I'm at K Brooklyn.
Yeah, Love Project.
Yeah, the Love Project. I got to bring and her husband. Got to bring them back.
Yeah.
So
And also, you had Next Generation.
the Next Generation, the youth program.
You had Herspective.
Perspective, yeah.
Because you work with the kids with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of shows that was created here at KUAW that's got to come back. And the only reason why we stopped the whole COVID thing, people stopped, but they're gonna come back.
Oh yeah, they will. I mean, it's KUAW is thriving, it's growing, it's
Yeah,
moving.
yeah, 20,000 listeners a month.
Yeah, and also KUAW is doing a project with the Boys and Girls Club.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Arts Tech. They'll be working with Arts Tech
Arts
also.
Tech,
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Arts Tech's gonna hopefully get a radio show here. The students are gonna be involved, just as they are at Raytown. So we look out for the youth here at KUAW.
We do.
Get them involved.
We definitely do.
Yeah,
And we teach them things too.
teach
so
them
they can
things.
go
Public
and-
speaking, how to engineer,
Yeah.
talk on the radio, things like that.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So like we're winding down on our time though.
Is it time already?
Yeah, it's getting close to it.
Yeah, that was cool.
So yeah, of course it is. It always is. I mean, you got two old friends having a conversation.
That's
That's
right.
how I do my show. So again, let's talk about that outside art gallery. Get people where it is and the times they can come out and check it out.
It's on 28th and Benton, right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I got 8 boards up, so and each side equals up to 16 local artists. The south side, south-facing side, those boards are all done. Now they're working on the north-facing sides. Those are blank. I got an artist out there right now. He's doing his thing. And just stop by. You can stop by anytime you want. But if you stop by on the weekends after 2, there's most likely an artist out there painting, or on Tuesdays and Saturdays, there's most likely an artist out there painting. You can stop by and take a picture to witness the greatness that's happening on 28th and Benton, right here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Speaking of greatness, on you said 20th and Benton?
28th and Benton.
20th and Benton, you do a lot of other great things too, and sometimes great things cost money. So if someone wants to donate to the Music and More Foundation, how can they do that?
Well, you can donate. You go on our website, www.themusicandmorefoundation.org. Cash at me, $music.more.fund. PayPal, I believe it's the Music and More Foundation. Just several ways that you can donate.
Yeah, and donating is easy.
Yeah, donating is easy.
And it goes to a great cause because, like Terance said, he loves doing things for the community and for the students as well, too.
And all these things cost. So remember that Cash App, $music.more.foundation. And I use that money to support a lot of nonprofits to keep them going also.
Yes, and
Yeah, tell them what a foundation is as opposed to a 501c3.
A foundation, they issue grants to nonprofits. And my foundation, I can't accept grants because I issue grants, but I can't accept donations. A nonprofit, they can accept in-kind gifts and donations.
Right.
And grants also. Yeah.
y'all got that?
Yeah.
Now,
I issue grants. I issue small grants from $100 to $500. Sometimes I'll go up to $1,000, depending on the project and the scope of the project.
Now, one thing I will say, because this is a credible radio station, this is a credible show, I will say that all the funds that Mr. Williams gets definitely goes towards his projects.
They do.
He has projects all over the place.
Yeah, they do.
So if you're donating, you're definitely donating to a great cause.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to donate now, great. Giving Tuesday, think about the Music and More Foundation.
Oh,
You know, if you have some extra coins in your pocket, Music and More Foundation.
Yeah. And,
know?
and what I recommend, if you don't give to the Music and More Foundation, give to KUAW. And if you don't give to KUAW, give to Poets EDU, the education part of the Music and More Foundation. And you can just Google Poets EDU. It'll pop up. There's a link. You can donate to the scholarship fund.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, you look up philanthropy in the dictionary, you might see this man's picture there.
Yeah. A difference between me and regular philanthropists, most philanthropists are rich, so they can give it away. I'm rich with people.
Yeah,
I'm rich with networking.
That
So,
makes you wealthy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I
that
bring
makes you
people
wealthy.
together.
Yep.
Yeah, and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he says, he tries. Now he does. So, man, like I said, it's great to have you back.
Thank you. I'll be back.
KUAW.
Get some radio shows here.
Yeah. So, I
get
mean,
it popping.
familiar face. Search this man out. Come down to 28th and Benton. Call 816-599-6893 to check out Mr. Williams. If you need more information on him, we'll definitely give it to you.
Thank you.
Well, like I said earlier, the arts is healing. The arts bridges gaps.
Mm-hmm.
The arts is legacy.
Mm-hmm.
The arts is universal.
That's right.
Those of us who want to be comfortable and meet new people and do amazing things,
Mm-hmm.
the arts is a great bridge to cross to get to know someone that shares the same views that you do.
That's true.
And if they share if they share different views, you got art that still connects you.
That's true.
I'm Tyrone Gethers Jr. with my guest, Mr. T.L. Williams of the Music and More Foundation.
That's right.
And you are watching the Source of the Inkwell live on KUAW. And in Inkwell, education is like ink.
Mm-hmm.
Let it overflow. And like ink, let it stay permanent.
That's right.
We may not see you next week. It's a holiday.
That's
but
right.
definitely the week after. God bless.
God bless. Stay blessed.